Today's podcast is brought to you by nobody because we don't have any sponsors.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to episode 4 of Our Wives Are Friends with your hosts, Tyler and Eric.
And today we have some exciting news for everybody. We have our first piece of fan mail.
Yeah, let me take a gander at that.
Yeah, Tyler, open it up. See what they have to say.
It just says we suck. So thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, keep listening.
Thank you for listening, I guess.
Thanks for the feedback.
Any feedback's good, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's constructive criticism.
Yeah,
we suck.
We'll
be
take
better.
that.
But I don't think we're getting better.
I don't either, so
what you hear is what you get.
I'm sure whoever it was will keep listening.
Anyways,
today's episode we're gonna talk about golfing. That's a sport a lot of us dads enjoy.
yeah,
We're
and
breaking away for a little bit.
Yeah, so I got introduced into golfing when in high school. We both actually worked at the country club together.
Yes, we did. It was like our high school kind of job.
Yeah, it was like reminded me of a lot of like the movie Caddyshack. You know, like it was just a good time. We were, just a bunch of young teenagers and driving golf carts around and hitting balls and serving the members and basically doing anything they asked.
Serving the wealthy citizens.
Wealthy citizens.
No, there was fun. Our job consisted of cleaning a lot of golf carts
And clubs.
and golf clubs. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, no, and I didn't dabble in golf when I was young or anything, but it was something that like after working there, one of the golf pros that worked there actually taught me how to golf. So then I kind of took it more serious and I started golfing. I ended up acquiring some golf clubs and kind of actually,
Just diving full into it.
yeah. And so then part of that was the country club was closed on Mondays and they called that employee golf days or something.
Pretty much. It would do course maintenance that day, but they opened it up for the employees to play that day.
Yeah, so because they don't want us around the members.
Which was, you don't realize it, but it's a really big benefit because if you go out and play a course right now, you got someone kind of riding your butt the whole time.
Yeah, it was nice because you could learn to golf, and there wasn't like people playing through you or anything, and
Right.
not all the employees played golf.
Yeah.
So it was just like a handful of us.
No, it was fun. I grew up golfing. I learned at a young age, and I always played. When I was young, and I really enjoyed it. So working at the country club was fun for me. It was good.
Yeah.
We got to drive that little picker around that picks up all the range balls.
Yeah, I used to make bets with the kids at the country club. Like I'd bet them that they couldn't hit me.
Oh yeah, and so everyone's trying to target you.
Yeah, everyone tries to target you anyway. So I would just make bets with them, like, oh, if you don't hit me, you have to buy me a sandwich or something, and they'd always lose.
Yeah, the thing it's a moving target, so it's tough to hit. But I will say, being on the other side and driving that thing while people are aiming at you, when you get hit in there, it is loud.
Yeah, it's almost terrifying.
Yeah,
It's just a caged cart.
There's some times where you go in there. Basically, you go in the picker to just kind of go and relax a little bit, maybe take a little break from your job without really getting called out for taking a break, because you're actually doing work, but you're not doing work. You're just driving the picker around. I'd be in there like kind of rethinking my life or just completely zoned out, and then I'd just get freaking nailed with a golf ball and it'd scare the crap out of me.
Yeah, I used to just take like headphones and just like listen to music and just like zone out and just drive it, picking up all the golf balls on the range.
Yeah, it was pretty fun actually looking back on it.
What about like I know we've like worked with a lot of dumb people. And like how many times is that they drive that picker into the lake
Oh yeah.
or into a sand pit
There
or
would always be someone that's like, how do you miss a giant sand pit right in front of you?
yeah. And it's their range too, so it's not like they went off the range
Yeah,
because
it's
there's
not
no
like it comes out of nowhere.
yeah, there's no sand pits on the range. So that means they went a little too far.
We had a thing called the clean pick too. It was on like Sunday nights because they would mow the range, I think Monday morning. And so Sunday nights, it doesn't seem like a tough task, but you have to seriously go and pick up every single ball in the range. And anything you
Mhm.
missed, you had these little hand pickers that you'd have to go around with a golf cart
Dude,
and hand pick the range.
we would I remember it would be like closing up and all the members are gone. And there's no lights on the range here, so it was just like hard as fuck to see anything. And we'd be flying around these carts on the range, just jamming with that little hand picker, just going plop, 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 trying to catch all those little one-off balls.
Yeah, because if you missed any, they'd get chopped up in like the mowers the next day.
And they'd be pissed.
Yeah, so you get in trouble if they come out there and there's all these, chopped up balls, because they're pretty expensive to go through.
Yeah. Um yeah, and then we'd like clean carts and we always knew like what carts were the better carts or the fastest. And we'd just like save the fastest ones for us to ride around.
Yeah, yeah. One of them had like the governor,
Was taken off of
was
it.
taken off of it, so that was kind of like our cart we rode around on.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't give those carts to the members.
But yeah, we had this big spray nozzle, just spray down, empty out the trash there and go plug them in and get them ready for the next day.
Yep.
Only
The
thing
cart
that
barn.
sucked, yeah,
The
it's called
cart
the
barn.
cart barn. Was waking up if you had a morning shift, is waking up and you had to go walk up and down this ramp and bring up all the carts.
I recall I didn't work a lot of morning shifts. That was like a thing you did more
Yeah,
on the weekends. But I do recall a couple times where like we'd be out partying and we would just take a change of clothes, like our work clothes, and leave them in our trucks. And whenever we got done partying, we would just drive to the parking lot at work and just sleep until we had to be at work.
oh yeah, that happened a few times, and then just being super hungover the next day, walking up and down this. It's like a giant ramp that goes downstairs, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
And
it's
it
a
was
lot
wet.
to walk back and
It
forth.
was slick and wet, and there was like,
I think the cart barn held 80 carts. You had to go and put all the carts up there. Then, like midday, right when you're kind of just feeling it the worst, is when people are starting to come back in, but you still need carts to turn around. So you'd have to go clean them up, turn around again. They had enough charge to make it.
yeah. I do miss though, like the serenity of just driving around the golf course.
Yeah, no, it was a well manicured course, and it was fun to go and look at the houses that were kind of built too.
Yeah, 'cause they had all
And
like the big mansions.
yeah,
on
just
some of
get
them.
kind of an idea of maybe something that you want to do in the future. But the course is always nice. It's really enjoyable being out there with all the trees and just a
Plus,
really
plus we were
nice
teenagers,
manicured.
so we
Yeah,
were like, it was kind of a cool experience because we were driving around these carts and I don't know, just zooming and zipping around the golf course, like no fucks given.
yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
We'd hit like a jump or something.
Another benefit was we'd have like on Mondays they would, if the course wasn't closed, they'd have like a charity tournament of some sort, and they would bring just tons of beer in, and there's a beer chest on every hole, and then once everyone leaves, they're just like, oh yeah, how about you 17-year-old kids just go on the course and pick up all the beer unsupervised.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I can neither confirm nor deny that all that beer made it back in one piece.
and they basically, once the charity left for the day, they don't come back and ask for stuff the next day. It's not like they come back and say, hey, let me get the drinks that were out there.
No.
I mean, it's kind of like a done deal. Like, hey, wherever it ends up, it ends up. And so
Yeah, they never asked for it.
we were just
Or-
filling up. I mean, I can remember coming home with 100 plus beers
yeah, no,
easily.
You just load up they had like those like red bins full of ice
Yeah.
beer. We would just attach them to the cart and then just go drive straight to our trucks.
Yeah. Then show up at our high school party like a few hours later.
Yeah, we were the king because we'd show up with all kinds of
Where'd you guys
gear.
get all this stuff? Hey, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, man.
I think someone got caught eventually by one of the senior staff members.
Did they?
I think
I
so.
think that was after me.
Someone got caught eventually. It kind of ruined everything for like a little bit. It's one of those things where like, hey, they got their hands slapped and maybe kept a little bit of a closer eye, but a few months later, no one cared again.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, in that moment, it was just like on the radar for like a month or two.
Yeah, but I will say there is a really like peaceful serenity feeling about being out on the golf course when the sun's about, right when the sun's rising, being out there right when they get a fresh cut and just all the good fresh cut grass
That's how
smells to you.
that's how I feel when I'm golfing. Is like it's just like you're taking a step away from reality. And now you're like, I don't even notice like the houses, and I don't notice like the street or anything. I just see the golf course and the grass, trees and the lakes. I don't even notice any of the surrounding stuff. It's just like you're in your own little world.
Yeah, you're in your own element. Uh, Now that we're older, we don't work at the course anymore, but it's fun to go out and just spend some time out there.
Yeah. After I was in college and I left the country club. I actually went to work while I was still in college. I went to Sports Authority, and that was still a thing. I became the golf supervisor or the golf authority called it. And I would sell clubs and do all this kind of stuff, but I pretty much just sat in the simulator and hit like 1,000 or 2,000 balls a day.
Yeah, just your practice your game.
Yeah, and then on top of it, for being the golf person of the store, you got had contacts with TaylorMade and Cleveland, like all the companies, Callaway,
Right.
and so like I got like what do they call them? They were like sponsorships, but not really, like, you know what I mean, like
Yeah, it's a
not
sponsorship,
not
yeah.
full sponsorships.
Yeah.
And so I'd call them up and be like, hey, I need new set of irons, new 3-wood or something,
Yeah.
and I would pay. Like I still paid for it. It wasn't a full sponsorship where I just got shit for free,
Yeah.
but it was like 30% below cost. Like, so it was like way cheaper.
I ended up getting a full sponsorship with Nike for about 3 years, and it was good. What they want is these companies want somebody either in the shop or in the store that are a representative for their product and that have their products so they can talk about it and be familiar with it. And
Do you still have a full set of Nike clubs?
kind of a long story. I have a partial set. Some of my clubs got stolen, so I have a mixed bag right now.
Yeah, all my
But
clubs.
I really did. I had a really nice set of Nike.
I all my clubs are TaylorMades, but my wedges are Cleveland.
Those are good wedges, and it's good sometimes not just to have the same brand all the way throughout your bag. I've always been in the belief that some companies make better drivers,
Yeah, hit what you
some
like.
companies make better irons,
Don't
and
don't
wedges.
don't be a brand whore.
Yeah.
You know, hit what you like.
Do what works for you.
Yeah, I used to be all up on the golf game of what's the latest products and what each product does and
Yeah.
this face, that face.
Now I feel like I'm so far removed from all that.
Yeah, because I mean I'm so many years removed from in that. I'm not in that industry,
Yeah.
and I don't golf as much as I'd like to.
It's a weird market is head covers.
Like because there's like so many weird ones.
Not that there's so many weird ones. Like I ended up getting to where I was buying, kind of like trading, like buying and selling head covers on eBay, and I made like a lot of money. Like I mean, not like let's just say made me like $10 or $15 per head cover.
Hmm.
And you buy them from somebody that's maybe got rid of their clubs or something, so they're just wanting like maybe a couple bucks or something for them. You sell them for like $15.
That's weird.
Yeah. Especially if it's say if it's a new driver and people are like, those things go up to like 30 or $40.
That's what I need a new driver. I'm still on my because of course it's older clubs that I have. I'm still
Yeah.
rocking like R7s.
Yeah.
Dude, and they're great. Like they're not ruined. They still hit super good.
The funny thing about golf is that it's always the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's wrong with your golf game, it's just Just blame the equipment.
Blame the
You just need
equipment.
some new stuff.
Yeah. I do need a new driver though, because I'm still rocking the OG TaylorMade burner.
It was a pretty good driver back in the day.
No, it's a great driver, but it's just like, how old is that?
Yeah, no, it's
I might as well be hitting a wooden one.
just about. I mean, it's pretty old now.
The technology's changed so much.
I have the RBZ, and I think that was the model after the burner.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty close there, and I feel like when I'm hitting my drives, my driver's just like dead.
Yeah, so my long game, last time I played golf, my long game was trash. But my short game was still on. I could chip it and put it right. From I don't know, 100 150 yards out to the green, I'm still golden.
Yeah.
It's that initial drive that I've lost.
Yeah, and that makes when you lost your drive, it just makes every hole longer to play.
Still played a lot better than
And
I thought though, because you end up making up a lot of ground in your short game.
right.
So
You have to, yeah. If one part of your game's off, you got to step it up on your other game, whatever that might be that day, to really just keep that score down.
oh yeah, dude, I'd get up to the fucking tee box and I'm feeling all good. I'd just shink the shit out of it. And then but I make it up on the back end because I could put it on the green in one hit or two hits and then one putt it,
Yeah, I feel like, there's your drive, your approach shot, say maybe chipping, then you're putting. And I feel like there's one thing that's always off for me that day. I feel like it's always one of those things. If my driver's working good, then the putter's gone that day. I don't know what the correlation is.
And I've tried to tell people, like, when they've asked for like advice, it's know your strengths. Like, they know what you hit for each club. Like, how far can you hit a 6-iron? How far can you hit your pitching weight? Like, know those distances.
Yeah.
Because then that's gonna help you out so much if you know those distances.
Yeah. That's where those rangefinders really come into play.
Yeah,
but you can start really gauging how far you can hit things.
Yeah, because then you can, take some time to know, hey, I can hit my 9-iron. Hey, I'm this far out. Probably use my 9-iron.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. They just take a guess.
Yeah. One of the things that I'm looking forward to is when my sons are older, taking us all out on like family golf trips. And
well, you already got a foursome, bro.
Yeah, no, I got a full group already. So
got a full cart, full go.
Yeah, no, but I think it'll be fun. It's like a family friendly kind of thing that we can all do. It'll be good.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that too. My wife's got some clubs. She took some golfing lessons a few years back. Got, like I said, a Callaway's. And we've been talking about that. Like, hey, let's go to the range, start hitting some balls again. Maybe go hit the course.
Yeah, at least we're trying to play maybe once every other week or so.
Yeah, I miss that. I used to at least play 18 holes like twice a week.
Yeah, I'd play like 4 times a week. It was ridiculous. Like I was addicted to golf.
Yeah. Well,
one of the perks though is like when you work in the golf industry, you probably don't make a lot of money, but you get a lot of perks.
You
get to go play other courses. You get some gear comped and those sorts of things.
I do need my putter re-gripped. One thing I do need. I have that, the fat grip.
Yeah.
A Win.
Yeah.
It's like it's so old now that it's just like flaking.
Yeah, I like those big grips though. They just keep your hands really steady when you're putting.
Need to order a new one and get it re-gripped.
On the smaller grips, it's like the littlest turns in your hands or anything. The face turns or opens up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I like how those big grips really just kind of stabilize everything.
Yeah, putting that big grip on changed my putting game for sure.
Yeah, and another thing about golf is like you can play that, well into your aging years. I mean, a lot of other sports like basketball and stuff like that, you can't really play as much.
I agree.
But it's fun. I like going and playing a lot of different courses, or if there's like a famous course, maybe go try to play that every once in a while. I haven't been to any recently.
Yeah, I've never played like a famous PGA Tour course.
Well, it's pretty expensive too. It's like kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth the experience, I think.
Hmm.
Not to go several times a year, but maybe once a year.
Yeah. What's the one? I know there's one like down south. The one in San Diego,
Torrey Pines.
Torrey Pines.
Yeah.
Right next to UC San Diego.
Yeah, there's Torrey Pines. I heard a lot of good things about that course. There's Pebble Beach up north.
Mhm.
Um, and there's all kinds of things, different states. I mean, there's some course in Idaho that looks really
Where you have like the courses in like Arizona that are like desert and there's just like patches of grass you have to land on.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to play one like that.
yeah, no, that'd be fun.
Where it's like cacti like all around you, except you gotta let the fairway is just like a single patch of green.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely fun. I think it's just a game that you can play a lifetime. Really get a lot of enjoyment.
Yeah, I've always, and it's something that like not something I enjoyed. What's the like big thing is golf's boring. I'm not gonna watch golf. It's boring.
Yeah, that's a
And
good nap, like a good nap thing to
that's
put on if you need a nap.
to me, that's just an excuse of you don't know how the game of golf is played. Because if you actually know how golf is played, competitive and it's actually fun to watch.
Yeah. I don't know. I love golf, but watching it on TV is still a little rough for me too.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it in a while,
Yeah.
but I remember back in the day, I was actually like into it and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
A little different.
I think it's like anything. If you're keeping up with baseball season, like if you're watching the games, it gets a little more interesting because you know how everyone's performing.
Yeah, I don't know all like the new golfers.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just out of the loop, so maybe that's it. But it is kind of funny that you can take a nice nap and then wake up and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, guy's in the lead now."
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can't sleep on it. That shit carries over.
Yeah, it's not quite as. I think the roughest thing to watch on TV is NASCAR. There's
Yes.
a bunch of people driving in a circle.
He's making a left turn.
Yeah.
He's making another left turn. Like, yeah, on TV, if you go to an actual NASCAR race,
Yeah, 100%
way
different.
different.
Where you pick a car and you're kind of rooting them on and cheering
Dude,
for
and
them.
every time they drive by, the whole stadium shakes.
Right.
You can feel it in your soul.
But when you're sitting on your couch watching it, I'm just kind of like, man, wake me up when there's 5 laps to go.
I don't get, like, I'm not big into the racing stuff, but
Right.
when they make pit stops and all this, like, it confuses me. It was like, how the fuck is that guy still in the lead?
Yeah.
This guy passed him like 3 laps ago, and it's still showing that this dude's in the lead. Like, I get so lost.
Yeah.
trying
It
to
can be
track
hard
all
to
that.
follow sometimes.
Get tired over there?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit. No, but back to golfing. I don't know. It's funny too because I have all kinds of golf gear that it's all just sitting in my closet.
Like clothes?
Yeah, no, like clothes and hats and golf shoes and golf pants and
Dude, I have like the sickest pair of golf shoes.
it's like a whole ordeal going out to the golf course. Looking pretty fly.
What's like your golf shoe brand? Do you have a pair of Nikes?
Nikes for sure, but FootJoys are really good too.
I'll
I
have to,
like both.
I'll have to show you the pair of Nikes I got.
I think FootJoys are more comfortable, but the Nikes are like more fashionable.
Yeah.
FootJoys kind of remind me of like
Like my grandpa golfing.
exactly, but you put them on, you're like, man, these things are comfortable, but they look like hell.
Yeah, I have a pair of so there was a stint in Nike when they tried to do a cross between tennis shoes and golf shoes.
Yeah,
I have a pair of the Nike Free golf shoes.
yeah. What do you think?
Dude, they're the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn.
Do you slip at all when you're
No.
like trying to rip one down the middle?
Nope. And they have those like it's not even like I'll have to show them to you. It's just got grooves in the the sole of the shoe. Just
Yeah.
has like it doesn't have like the claws thing in them. Spikes.
Right. Yeah. No, I have some similar pairs too. They're pretty nice. They're good. They're comfortable. They're definitely trying to make them a little more fashionable.
Yeah, and I got those, and I don't know. I can't even find that style anymore.
Hey, how about the Ricky Fowler trend when he got really big and
The Puma stuff, or
all the
what?
Puma stuff and the really bright colored everything?
Yeah, they went back to like John Daly
Yeah.
like type apparel where it was
Yeah.
like super bright and crazy pants. And,
No, I think that stuff's good for golf. It's fun to watch and fun for people to just, I don't know, participate with all that.
Like some Happy Gilmore shit.
Yeah.
Like, let's bring it back. Let's make golf exciting.
I remember specifically he really I think orange was his favorite color and he wore orange all the time.
Ricky Fowler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was fun, but those trends just blow up in golf and they get really popular. Same thing with like Tiger Woods and like the Tiger Woods apparel brand.
So did you know that Costco, Kirkland makes golf clubs now?
I didn't.
Yeah, so last time we were there, I know they made balls because they're competing with the Pro V1s and stuff.
Right.
And I've actually heard their balls are really good.
Yeah.
But last time I was at Costco, well, stopped in that little section right there, that aisle, just to browse.
Right.
You got to. They had Kirkland brand golf clubs, like sold individually in boxes. Yeah, like you could buy a set of irons or a putter, or they had wedges.
Wow.
And they're like, I don't know, like the wedges were like $200, and it's like, these good. I was trying to look on the box to see like I'd have Kirkland's brand, but who actually makes them?
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anything. Just says Kirkland all over it.
Yeah. I'd be curious if anyone's playing those out there, how they work.
At Costco, come sponsor us and we'll play your clubs.
Yeah, we'll go give them a round.
Yeah.
No, I'd be curious those, especially if they're competing with the Pro V1s, those like the golf ball side.
Mm-hmm.
Pro V1s, man, those things are good, but they're so expensive.
What's the those new balls? They're newerish. I can't think of the brand, but a lot of people play them and they say they're actually really good.
I'm not 100% sure.
There's so many new brands.
It's funny though because when we played at this course, there's these like foxes that live on the course, and you'll hit one right down the middle, and like the fox comes and takes your ball.
Oh, dude.
But if you're playing a crappy ball, the fox would just leave it out there. But if it's like something that's really expensive, like a Pro V1,
Mm-hmm.
they would haul that off to their little kit fox.
Yeah, they knew exactly what balls were the good ones.
They were picky, yeah. They would like Pro V1s.
Ice.
Oh, okay. I have heard of those. I've never played them.
Yeah, I've never played them either, but I want to say they're right up there with like competitive for the Pro V1, the Titleist, and they're cheaper.
So I got a question for you. Would you rather play golf once a week at like an average course, or once a month and have it be really nice?
Once a week.
Yeah.
Because then I'd golf more.
Right. Yeah, it's tough for me. I'm kind of leaning towards the once a month because right now I'm playing no golf. So
Yeah, so once a month is better than
once
no
a
golf.
month sounds great right now. I guess my point was, if you took all the money you spent on each round per week, instead of playing 4 times, you played 1 time, but maybe you played at, like a pretty quality, nicer course, maybe. I don't know.
No, because I don't know, because golf is if you don't use it, you lose it
Right.
type sport. So I think playing every week keep you better.
To get your full enjoyment.
Yeah,
Because everyone knows that golf's a lot more enjoyable when you are playing well.
Yeah, your game would get better. It'd be more repetition, more practice. And then like, where's the parameter here? Can I switch to once a month once I'm good?
Yeah, I suppose you could do that. Yeah. You could really do anything.
Let me do
I guess it's more on a money spectrum for me. Just like, would you rather play 4 average courses and spend X amount of dollars, or spend the same amount but play like a pristine course?
yeah. Okay. How about this? How packed? How busy is the?
Yeah, that's a good factor.
Because if it's like I'm playing every week,
yeah,
but I'm also playing through people and people are playing through me nonstop.
Yeah.
It's just like constantly crowded.
Yeah, that's not
Then,
fun either.
then maybe I'll switch to the once a month.
Yeah, I hate being worried about hitting up on people or that I'm playing fast enough.
Yeah, you're not going to get better when you're stressed and worried the whole time that you're being rushed or that's the worst.
Yeah, or when you get out there and it's a packed course and it turns into like a 5 or 6 hour round when it really should be a 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I have like a low attention span. I feel like after 4 hours of golfing, I'm kind of done.
Well, yeah, and an 18 holes should take you about 4 hours.
Yeah. So if it starts going into 5, some of these tournaments, like some of these scramble tournaments, like charity stuff. I mean, these are like 6-hour tournaments.
Yeah.
And I'm checked out at like 3.5 or 4.
Well, we definitely need to go hit the course.
Yeah, all this golf talk. I feel like maybe we need to go book a tee time.
Dude, I'm down.
I really want to go to one of these courses that have kind of like the I don't know, scooter golf cart things instead of like a golf cart.
Scooter.
It's like a scooter, or like there's even like these motorbikes kind of looking things.
Oh, how like the segways?
Yeah, they're like
something?
segways, or they're like even like I've seen kind of some skateboard looking stuff.
That would be a dope.
Yeah, they have some courses, but they're pretty expensive. But it looks like a lot of fun.
What about the dude that's like walking the whole course? Like
Yeah,
pushing that little cart,
getting his exercise in.
getting his steps in?
I need to be that guy, but I'm just not.
Yeah, but driving a cart's way more fun. Like it's more fun that way.
Yeah, you just drive straight up to your ball, and you're ready to go again.
And do some donuts,
Instead, if you're hoofing it, you're just out there looking for your ball. Especially, yeah, if you're not hitting the green or the fairway every time, and you're out there playing the rough, that
Oh.
could be pretty rough. Just hoofing it out there and looking for your ball. At least when you're looking for your ball in a golf cart, you can drive back and forth until you find it.
Yeah. Yeah, if walking, you're stuck going from, is that my ball? No, that's just a busted ass range
That's
ball.
a range ball. How'd that get out here? And talk about getting your steps in.
Yeah, there's always those guys that show up to the golf course and they're the slowest.
Yeah,
Like you're stuck like waiting like 20 minutes at the tee box waiting for them to finish.
right.
They're the ones that, I'm not knocking the people that do that, because like I definitely should be, like you said, one of the ones walking,
Yeah,
but they definitely make the rounds longer.
for sure. Yeah, they're not fun to follow, but I have walked. It's fun too. It's just a different. You get a lot more tired too.
Yeah, because
Uh,
you're actually doing more exercise.
right. So, anyways, golfing's pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know what some of our listeners like. Where do you guys play at? What kind of clubs do you use? What brands do you like? I'm curious, because like we've been so far removed from like what's in, what's new, what's going on. Like I just want to know some of the feedback, so that if I do go like say buy a new driver, I want to know what you guys are playing.
Yeah, definitely.
If you guys golf, it's not.
Yeah, if you're not a golfer, you might have skipped over this
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
episode. But we enjoy golfing, and we think that dads that golf are pretty cool.
Yeah, we want to hit on all subjects, and maybe a topic out there for everybody. May not be a golfer, but maybe listening to this episode will inspire you to maybe take it up.
I will say that I think with everything that's happened over the last few years and with our kind of atmosphere, I think golf has gained a lot of popularity.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
But
Well,
yeah, I think we should wrap this episode up,
it's
and
gonna be a short one, guys. Sorry.
so we appreciate everyone listening, and hopefully this inspires some of you to get back out there and get on the golf course.
Yeah, and thank you guys for listening. We are available on all listening platforms, and if you have those questions or the golf recommendations, go ahead and drop us a message on at our Wives Are Friends on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. All right, everybody, have a good day.